Hi everyone, welcome back to True Mommy. I hope you are all well by the grace of God. I'm here with my two brothers and my sister-in-law, and they are coming to tell you their life stories, their experience as returnees from the USA to Ghana, and what they are doing. So please sit down and listen to us. Thank you so much.
My name is Hope Defo. I lived in the US for some time now uh, and into aerospace business or aerospace field. I was working for a company where we built engine parts for Boeing and Airbus. And I decided to come to Ghana to establish myself here.
All right. Yeah, my name is Isaac. Also, yeah, I'm from the US too. I lived there for a little while. So yeah, uh, I'm actually a scientist, so that's what I was doing, and I was into biodiesel and working the hospital field too for a little while. So I came back to open my own business, which is farming, and that is it. We are here, so we're going to share our experience about it today.
My name is Felicia. I'm Isaac's wife. I'm a photographer and we do farming.
So, Brother Hope, what makes you, after all these years, to come back to Ghana? And how many years have you spent in the USA?
Yes, I went to Germany to study. I did my master's in
I didn't know that.
mechanical engineering. After which I went to Holland for some few courses and then came to US. I lived in the US for almost, or I've lived abroad outside the country for almost over 31 years now. So after 31 years, anytime I come on vacation, it's been joyful. It's been very nice in Ghana. And after that long being away, I decided, oh gosh, maybe there's a time to just come to Ghana and see how things go and how business will go. So in a way, I came to test the waters of business opportunities in Ghana, and I've been here up and down going. I come in and go out again, and I've been here almost since 2020, and I've started some poultry farming, and that's what I'm dealing in now. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I think.
Yeah, so same thing. I went to school in the US and I was there for more than 13 years plus. Similar thing, after being there for a while, you kind of get tired of doing the exact same thing over there. So we came home to set up our own business, which is farming, poultry farm, pig farm, and whatever farm that will make the money. So we just venture into those things.
Felicia, what's your experience in Ghana? Because you are American, so what's your experience and what makes you to follow your husband?
What made me follow him here?
Yeah,
Well, I mean, I
because
kind of like him a
not
lot.
everyone likes to come
Right.
here to a place that they don't know. So,
Well, when I first met him, he informed me that after 10 years he was going home. And if I wasn't willing to come with him, then we shouldn't date because he was going to go home and regardless whether we were dating or not.
wow,
So I knew from the get go that he was coming home. So it's just been something that we've planned on for the whole time that
wow,
we've been together. We've been together since 2009. So it's been a long time. But I like it here. It's
you
really
like it?
pretty. It's a lot of fun.
How is the farm going? How is the farm life? I mean, engineer from producing parts for place and the rest, and now a farmer. What makes you to turn into a farmer?
Yeah, there's so many things that goes on. If you're abroad, sometimes the food you eat, you don't know if it's organic, if hot where the food comes from, but you be buying and eating. But sometimes you go to some countries where they produce those products. You can eat fresh food And then you see the difference. There's a lot of difference. And as you grow, you think, should you continue consuming things that are produce chemical with a lot of chemicals? You understand? And if I come to Ghana, always I eat very nice fruits, very nice food, things you grow, you eat, which makes a big difference compared to the products you eat in the developed countries. So thinking of all that, I said no. As we grow in, we have to think about what we eat. So that is part of the reason why I came here to open a poultry farm and also do some crop farming as well, so that we can eat what I can eat exactly what I grow, and not just eat or anything that somebody produces and is in the shop. So as I said, I'm doing poultry. I'm rearing chickens. I've been doing that for 2+ years, and it's going well, but not the way I want it to go. There's a lot of up and downs, and I think these are all experiences that I'm gathering for the future. Yeah, I think from this year things will go better. So, and then we see how things go. If you are opening a business in Ghana, you don't expect that the first year you make your jackpot, you know. So it's a process. You learn as you go. You see mistakes. You see things that you need to be improved. So I'm in that process now. Yeah, I'm in that process now.
For me, what made me get into farming was, growing up. I know we have our parents. Especially my dad passed away and my mom too passed away. You'll be struggling, living life. And I wish that they would have set up something that, I could have fall back on to make my life easy. You know, and somebody will ask, couldn't you do that in the U.S.? I realized that it would take me a long time trying to do that in the U.S. So I had to find a way to establish something in my country, and introduce my children to that particular thing, so that I can call something mine, and then once they grew up, they don't have to struggle like I did. So that was kind of what pushed me to do the things that I did. Because even if they go back to the US and they are there, and they can think that, oh, I have something in Ghana that I can always go back to, and feel safe over there. So I began to establish myself over here in Ghana with the farm, with the building my house, and all of other things that I can do. You know, I started some before I got here. Then, but when you come, like he said, it's a process. You have to go through it. There's no shortcut. You will learn a lot. You basically starting all over again. But the people over here, if they are stage 2, you probably start below 0. then you learn, you make mistake, you learn. But yeah, don't think that, oh, because you have the money, you come and start up a business in 1 year. No, give yourself about 5 years, to learn the process. And the process is more better. You learn, you apply, you learn, you apply. People will cheat you. That one, just put in your bank, that it will happen. But overall, it's been a good experience, because you learn and then you see yourself growing. And that is the fun part of it. Sometimes you want to quit, but when you go back and you think, I think I have learned something that if I do it again, I will do it better. That is the thing that keeps you moving. And the same thing. It helped me a lot. And we will share more about it as we go along.
All right, so I want to know if somebody is coming back, somebody left a long time and is coming back, what would be the advice that, like somebody like me, it's like 1 feet is in the UK and one is here. So, what would be the advice that you give me and other people who are planning to come? The fundamental stage of planning to come. I think that is very important because most of us get it wrong. The foundation, just like building a house, if the foundation is not strong, it will crumble. And people come and you see them on the internet, they are crying and they are cursing Africa that all the money is finished and they are going back and they will not return and things like that. So, like, I want to learn from you what will be the foundation what do you want me to do? So when I finally move and my 2 feet is in Ghana or Africa anywhere, that I can be able to stay and not run back within a year or a few months. Okay.
Yeah, that's
Let me
this
check
is
the air condition.
this is a a good question. I think if you've decided to come back or you are planning to come back, the first thing you have to realize is, if I come, what do I do? You have to know what you want to do and where you want to open a business. Don't look at people who are successful in that business and say, yes, since they are getting money, I want to do the same. You have to follow your heart, what your passion is. If not, you do what people are doing, and you will not. Your heart is not there. You drop out of it quickly. You, after 1 or 2 years, you see that you've invested money into it, and it's not your passion, and you drop out. You always have to select what you're passionate. Do your correct homework, research in that passion, and learn everything about what you want to do, the in and outs, and go into as research into what people have done and how they are doing it. With that, you can learn a lot from their mistakes, so that if you come, you don't follow the same mistakes. I think this is a very important thing. And also, you have to research is very, very important. You have to go into how much each items or the building, in all the processes, you have to know how much it costs. Budget for all of them with inflation included, and plan very well. Planning is the key. Don't jump and say people are doing it, so you jump into the plane and come. Even if you are coming, there's you have to travel here multiple times.
Exactly.
Travel, come in, see what people are doing. I think this will open your eyes before you finally make your decision. Yes, I think it's very important to plan very well before you jump into the plane and make your final decision that you are coming. Yes, multiple trips, as I said, is very important here. Isaac, you have something to
Yeah.
add to that?
Yeah, okay, yeah. So, the planning, yeah, like you said, is the number one, because it took us some time before we actually moved. But, the first thing that was in my mind was, okay, when I go, where am I going to live? So, if you can build your house, it doesn't have to be a big house, because whatever life that you are living, wherever you are, just scratch all of them out. Just think that you are going to start somewhere else. So if you can build just one bedroom house, that will make you comfortable, with your light, AC, whatever. And that's what you can afford. With the future in your mind that maybe you want 5 bedroom. Don't start with that 5 bedroom if you can't afford it. Even if you can, it's better you start small, then you learn that process. So accommodation is the number one. If you are comfortable with it, then where your finances will come from, which is a business. Don't just start up that business. Like he said, go around Ghana. At least you know where you live. Because if you are renting somewhere and you are living here for 1 year, it will cost you a lot of money. That also will take a lot of money out of your pocket. So that money in Ghana here, you can find some small location, build a 2 bedroom, 1 bedroom, going from there to all the regions of Ghana, find out where you will fit. But remember, if you want to live a big lifestyle over here, you will run back quick. You have to learn the system. The system here is different. Like, yeah, it's very, very, very different. Like, you can move from Accra to, let's say, Kumasi, and you might feel like you are in a whole new place, because the things that cost maybe 2 cities in Kumasi, you get to Accra, it's probably like 10 times the price. Those things. So if you learn all those things, it will give you an idea. Okay, if I live here, my budget will fit. If I go here, it will not fit. In this area, this business will work. Then you settle. But research. Don't follow what people are doing. Even if you want to follow the person, go to that person, stay with that person for at least a week, and actually learn what you've seen on the internet. because the internet, there are good things and there are fake things, and there's fake news everywhere. So yeah, it happens a lot. People come and they will be like, I didn't think it was this way. It happened recently. Yeah, this one we will not talk about it now, but it has happened like 2 weeks or 3 weeks ago.
Wow.
Yeah, so we all know about that one. After somebody buying properties and then they realize that no, I have to leave it and go. This place is not for me. Now you have wasted all your money.
Oh,
You
goodness.
know, and then you return back again. Then you're going to be talking about Ghana in a
In a
bad way.
bad way.
Which is not good. It's not Ghana. It's you, the person. You didn't do your thing right, and you also have to be like I don't even know how to say. You have to be committed to the move. Otherwise, you can't do it. So like we the Africans, whenever we are traveling to the US or UK, we have the mindset that man, whatever it takes, I think I can make it over there, and we'll do whatever it takes to make it over there. But we don't have that same attitude when we are coming back home.
Exactly.
Yeah, we just be like, oh, okay, let me go try it out. But if you say that do or die, whatever it takes, that one you will make it. At that point, somebody says that you just burn all your bridges behind you and just be like, whatever it is. Because I can remember when I was going to the US, I was like, man, I know I'm going to make it. Like, I know, I feel in me. But when you are coming back home, when I was coming back home, it was a similar thing didn't happen. It didn't happen that way. I was like, man, so what am I going to do? You start thinking. Those are the things that will break you when you come back. But if you have the same confidence as you were going and the same confidence as you are coming back, no matter what, somebody, whatever they throw at you, you will make it. Otherwise, then the people you think will help you, they are the ones that will not help you. You know, and the thing that you think is going to work because you saw it on the internet, that thing will not work for the first time. It will take you about at least 5 years. So give yourself that chance and prepare very, very well. You know, and if you have the resources, just come multiple times, visit, then go back, do your homework, and use that 5 years to prepare yourself over here. So when you move, you know that everything is set, and your business will move faster.
Thank you. Felicia, do you have anything to add? Like if you have to do it all over again, will you do
Yeah, but I have him, so we work together as a team. But just as an African American coming to Ghana, it's a whole different mindset. You have to be willing to sacrifice some comforts, a lot of comfort sometimes, and keep your dream in your mind so that you know what your end goal is. So, um, along with what he said about the lady coming and not liking it after she spent all her money. That seems to be something that's common with those of us that are not um, African. We come, we see all this beautiful stuff, and we get wrapped up in the romanticism of it, and we don't realize that there's actual work that you have to do to see it through. You may have to take bucket showers for a year. You may have to go 2 or 3 days with no lights. You may have to cook outside on like barbecue. That may be your only way of cooking for a while. But after you've got yourself set up and your stuff going, then you can go back to your comforts. You can add the comforts one or two at a time until you get to where you want to be. But the sky's the limit over here, really. You know, the opportunities are endless. You can, if you want to come and you want to start a restaurant, the laws are set up here. You can do it in your house. You can get you a house, set up some tables and chairs in your front yard, have the FDA and them come inspect your kitchen, and what you're doing, and have a whole restaurant in your house because you can't afford to buy a building yet. You can do it in your front yard. When you get your clientele built up, you use the money that you're making from your house restaurant. You go down the street, build you a building. You move your stuff over there, and then you do something else at home. Or it's literally endless. Like I can't even explain how endless it is. You know, the opportunities like where we are in the Volta region. You know, they just finished the airport.
I'm looking at is the light on? Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
It's okay.
So over in the Volta region where we are, they just finished the airport. There's airport residential land that nothing's on yet. So if you are a forward-thinking entrepreneur, you can get in on the ground level of airport residential land. You can't get it in Accra. It's too expensive. Even for an American coming in, you know, even if you were a millionaire in America, you're going to pay more than $1 million for a plot, a 70 by 70 plot. You know, you can buy acres right now for a fraction of that. You know, there's still mountain land available. There's all the things that we dream of in America that are expensive. It's still expensive here, but it's affordable. You know, we don't have the barriers that we have there. You know, so if you put your mind to it, you can really come and achieve anything you want to without anybody bothering you. You know.
That's great advice. And that's business opportunity to someone that, because talking about land in Accra, I saw on the internet somebody, a YouTuber that was here for a year or so, and she ran back saying that I cannot afford $1 million plot of land. I was saying, Ghana, they said a land for $1 million. But Accra is not only Ghana. You can go anywhere, expand. But yeah, like you said, that's great advice. That's an opportunity for someone to, if there's the airport at Ho is open and land there is also better than Accra, price wise. Thank you so much for that advice. I hope someone will listen to because it's mainly. What about snacks? Like there was a snacks that makes news on YouTube that people were shouting there's no snacks, America snacks in Ghana or Africa. What do you think about that?
Well, Ghana is Ghana. It is not America. So if you're coming here and you want certain things, make sure you learn how to cook them yourself. All the ingredients are here. You just have to cook it yourself. Because in America, everything's like processed box. You can go buy a box of macaroni and cheese and come home and make it. Here, you got to go buy the macaroni, you got to buy the cheese, you got to buy the milk, and you got to buy the seasoning, and then you have to actually cook it yourself. But you can still have macaroni and cheese if that's what you want. If you want chocolate chip cookies, if you want Cheetos, if you want whatever, Doritos, anything, you just have to learn. There's recipes all over the internet, all over Pinterest. You can learn how to make them. But when you go to other places, you have to be open minded and experience what's there. If you experience it and you don't like it, then you learn to cook your own stuff, you know, because there's days like I want a hamburger and french fries. Hamburger and french fries don't taste the same here. So if I want an American hamburger and french fries, I have to cook it at home, you know. But I'm blessed to know how to cook my own food. But not everybody, because we're so busy in America, we don't really cook. You know, you get off work, you grab, you know, something quick, one pot meal, you go home, you throw it on the stove while it's cooking, you change, you shower, you get your kids set up, you know, to do their homework or whatever, and then by then your food's ready, and then you eat and you go on with your day, and then you go to sleep and repeat the process. Here, it's laid back enough. You have time to cook your food, you know. But it also tastes better when you cook it than if you do it out of a box. So there's snacks here. You just have to be more open and minded about what you want for a snack. You know, there's a lot less processed food. You know, which is a good thing. You know, we're trying to get healthy and be better people. You know, and get away from that life. So they're here.
Your final advice to us that want to come and like somebody says that you want to come here, yeah, we want to go.
Exactly.
Come and see.
Exactly.
Can you stay? You know?
Yep. I think if you want to come here, as we said earlier on, there's a lot of opportunities here. You have to come here multiple times, visit, and then you see the opportunities. As my sister Felicia said, if you think there's no snacks, Come and that's a business opportunity for you.
Yeah.
Why can't you do it? And then everybody will buy it from you.
Yeah.
If you don't know how to do it, get a chef, teach the person how to do it, and then we start doing it and package it. And then you have a business on your own. So the opportunities are here. But you have to be very careful. Don't rush to it. Come visit multiple times. See the opportunities and prepare towards it. And then finally, before you do the move. I think that would be my advice. Yeah.
Okay, Isaac. Final advice to us.
Yeah.
What will you tell me?
You know, like I keep repeating this thing. Everything in this world is time.
Yeah.
You just have to make time your ally, your best friend, especially in Ghana. Like the time moves the same way everywhere, but when you are here, because you are like in your mind, you want some things to happen in some certain way. You think the time is so slow over here because you are rushing in your mind, like I need to get this thing. Those things you have to be very, very, very careful with that. That's what pushes people. Okay, all right, let me just get this. Let me just get that. Then you'll be spending, spending, because you think that thing will make you get to where you need to go faster. But when you slow down and then you think through things really, really well, you can get things done a lot faster. We have all made that mistake. Like I think I was telling you that yesterday. Uh, if like we have to do these things all over again, that the way that I did our farming thing, I'll do it in a certain different way. Instead of doing the animal farming, we will start with the crop-based farming first before we get into animal farming. Because the crop one, you have some room to kind of breed, in the finances, even though there is a lot of work into it, but it's just a seasonal thing. Maybe like a month, then you relax, then you go back to the harvesting time. You know, then if you are getting to animal farming, you can store up your feed for your animals because that is what will break you. So this one goes to anyone who's trying to start like a farm or animal farm. If you're trying to start like a poultry farm, if you have the time, just come set up like a maize farm. You know, just don't do it yourself. Find somebody who knows how to do it really, really, really well. So that will just be one shot. You just do it well, you pack your feet down before you start your poultry farm. So you have access to you making your own feed. Same thing if you want to start pig farm, it's that same thing. You know. But based on my experience, crop farming will be the best way to start any kind of farming that you are trying to do. If it's cow, even though they eat grass, you have to grow the grass for them. You can't leave them going to eat people's things. Yeah, it happens a lot over here. But then later on, you think you're getting free grass, but you pay because you go and eat somebody something, and then you pay 3 times the amount for that cow, how much you sell that cow for, to pay the person back. So just don't rush. There's no shortcut into anything. And this is the thing that we don't have here in Ghana. Like, let's say if it was in the US, you can go to the website, the Agricultural Ministry of Agri, whatever. You read about it. Okay, if you want to do this kind of farming at this time, it will cost you this much money. Go to this place. They will give you this advice, this kind of seed to plant. They don't have that over here. Here is based on people's experience, so you have to find those people. Don't just ask them. Just go live with them for maybe at least on the minimum 1 week. And if you can, just stay with them for about 3 months. You will learn a lot, so that you get once you start, you just be going. Because we have lost a lot of money trying to figure out, you know, what will work. You don't have to repeat that thing. You can sometimes, because there are a lot of people here who will give you advice or a consultation, and they will charge you money. But the money that they will charge you will save you a lot of money in the future. Like you have to appreciate those people who are doing those kind of things, because it's not everyone that has that kind of time to let you set up a consultation with them for them to share their experience with you to save you money in the future. That's one thing too that a lot of people coming here, we are bad at. We will pay like thousands of dollars in the US to go and get an advice for like, let's say 20 minutes on something. But here, when somebody tells you pay 100 cedis, we will show you how things work. 100 cities maybe is $20. But then it will be on the internet. People are saying that no, they wanted to charge me to tell me something. It's everywhere. Even if you are watching it on the internet, you are using your data, which you already paid for. And the YouTube will pay the person. So it's always, there's nothing like something for nothing in this world. So you just have to, you know, be patient and then learn from other people. If you don't, and you just pack your bag and said, okay, everybody is going to Ghana, let me go to Ghana. I think we had a call from someone. They says all of a sudden they said, oh, I'm in Ghana. I'm going to now go around look for a room. You know, like which means you haven't really figured it out yet, because you are now going to go. You rent a room. You are going to go for look for a room. Now you have to be moving around over and over. By the time moving around alone, all the money that you spend, that could have started a business or buy a land. Because from going from Accra to Kumasi, you probably by the time you come back, you probably spend about 1,000 cedis in and out. Plus your accommodation and those things. 1,000 cedis to about 2,000 cedis, you can get about one plot of land in the Volta region or somewhere in some village. Like she was talking about the airport residential land. When the last time we asked the man, he was talking that one plot was 15,000 cedis. Oh yeah, something like that, one plot. So and it's by the airport, and it's 15,000. 15,000. Yeah, yes. So if you travel from here to the north, trying to move around too many times randomly, you spend that money before you come back to Accra. Yeah. So you just have to plan really, really, really well, and then get people who are doing the things that you want to do. You plan that way. Maybe the only places you will visit is those people that are doing the thing that you want to do. So you structure it really, really well. And then you get ahead faster.
So what you mean is you need to concentrate. Yeah, concentrate well on what you want to do. The reason why you are coming instead of moving around and concentrate on specific people who help you to achieve your aim, or because sometimes too what I've noticed, I made a video but I didn't publish it. It might be like a year now. I just kept it. When you come here, people tell you that this business is good. For let me use for example, fishing one is good, farming one is good, oh, buy a bus, trotro is good, and these are our locals. And they will say people are making money, but they are not in the person's pocket. They don't know. They say, oh, build a store. The store is good, but they are not there, you know. So if you come, like what you are saying, if you come not prepare. I think this is what I've taken from the three of you. Not prepare, and you have to listen to those people to tell you that the store is good, the trotro is good, the fishing, this and the farming is good. Listen to the lay people that haven't tried it, but just watching, observing, then you'll be thinking, but you have to learn from experience, because the experienced man is the best teacher, isn't it? That's why we are doing this video. So your experience is priceless. You have been through both worlds and know how it is. There's one thing I wanted to ask and I forgot before we conclude everything. How is the labor market in Ghana? Because for example, here in this guest house, we got about 5 people that came and gone within a week before this lady, and she's here about, not about, more than a year now. So how is the labor market? Because in the UK we have agencies that you contact and you get people through them and things like that. Here, I don't know if you have, how is the market, if there is one, and how are the workers? How do they work here? Like if I need someone in my farm, how does it work here?
Let me give you 20.
I know he don't want to even talk about it because he will go because
Because the reason why I'm
yeah.
asking that, person cannot do everything themselves. They need someone to help them as laborers.
Yeah. Yeah, this one, basically most of our setbacks are because of the labors. Other than that, especially both of ourselves, we would have moved forward a lot if the sometimes you will get the person, but them doing what you want them to do becomes another problem. When you are around, they work different way. When you are not around, they probably don't do anything, which sets you back.
Wow.
And even after you get the person to your farm or wherever you are, they too will be doing their own business behind you. They will be either selling the things that you have to your customers, without you knowing, or they make their own customer base behind you. And then they will give you wrong data for things. Uh, those are the major things. It will cost you a lot. So most of the things, as for this from the start, for you to find a reliable person, you might have to be doing a lot of the things yourself. Not do it yourself, but you have to be present most of the time to actually monitor them, and don't delay in firing people. That's one problem that that thing that causes a lot. If you see them doing something you don't like, let them go. Find a different person. Going through several people, you find the right person. Sometimes it hurt because Ghana here, we like to build like a family-based people. Like the moment the person comes, he bring his uncle. Oh yeah, he's good, my boy. Then we rely on that. Okay, because of your uncle, let me see what will happen. But then they are working to just bring you down. So if you find a worker, it's a problem because you have to monitor them all the time. And when you don't, sometimes you will not even find the person to do the thing that you want them to do. Like they'll be around, but they just don't want to help you to get to where you want to get to. So you might have to travel from the environment. Let's say if you're in this town, you have to go to the next town.
That's why I say yesterday.
To get the worker, somebody to come and help you. Because people like to spread rumor. Like let's say somebody in the town worked for you before, they will spread some little rumor in the town that will prevent other people from working for you because they want to destroy your business. And I think I told Mr. Hope this is a true story that I'm about to tell you. One of my friends, he lost his farm just about 2 weeks or some few weeks ago because of a worker. The person was not working right. He fired the person, and he has automatic drinkers water system that is outside. In the night, the people will come and put poison in the water.
Wow.
They poison all his chickens.
Oh.
Kill them all.
This is serious.
Yeah, he didn't know what was happening because they were dying one by one. After they took it to the vet. He said that somebody has been putting poison in the water. They're trying to collapse his farm, down. But like I said, if you find somebody who is far away from the town that you are in, once you fire them, they have to go back to that long distance. They can't come back easily to cause all of that. But this person that he hired is from the same town. Because if you fire them, they are still living there. And then they cause all of that. But the labor thing, you want to hire the person so that you can get rest. But in the beginning, you will have to monitor them until you get the right person that you can trust, so that you can breathe. Right now, every time we have to monitor our workers because the moment you leave, things are going down. The similar thing that happened to my brother with his birds dying, it happens on our farm.
Wow.
We were right there, and they were going to cover it up. Like if we didn't walk up on them, a bunch of chickens died, and they buried them.
Wow. This is serious.
Yeah, they buried them in the middle of the night. Once it happened, them it's not their business. So they just want to relax. It was up to just me and him and her. That we have to go up and down, trying to solve the issue. Yeah.
This is serious.
So the workers, you have to find that you have You will find some, but you have to monitor them. It will basically be like you are still working with them. That's how it will be like.
So, from what you are saying, it's not like coming, working hard abroad, coming back home to rest. There's nothing like that. Is it?
Now, in the beginning, you will have to do a lot of the work with your workers. You have to
Okay.
monitor them closely because that is where you can lose your money
Like that.
like that. Because just setting the business up, you have set it up, but it running, you have to be in the middle of it to keep in track until you get the right people in place. That's when you can rest. So when you're coming back, just make up your mind that okay, the first 2-3 years, I'm going to learn, find the right people to put in the right place. And after that 3 years, that's when you get time to relax and enjoy what you have set up.
I agree with you 100%. Just look for someone far. So when you sack them, they go far from you. God forbid they will not come back. But this is serious to poison the birds that has nothing to do. You know, thank you so much for your experiences, and I hope whoever is listening or to this video has learned something and we haven't wasted your time, because if you are really planning to come back, then you have to take one or two things from this, because I have learned a lot. Thank you so much for your time, and God bless you. I'll see you soon. But now you know I'm in Ghana. I'll see you soon. Bye bye. Oh, dear.